Hey everybody, Roxabox90 here with a whole bunch of more spoilers. So I'm sorry these are a little delayed. It's the morning instead of really late last night, early morning last night. But I wasn't feeling well, so I couldn't put those up. I tried to go to sleep early. Anyway, we're still gonna tackle the spoilers because they are pretty interesting, actually. So we should hop right into them with Hythonia the Cruel, which is Hythonia, really? It's such a bizarre name. I guess maybe that's part of it. It's bizarre, but you think it's something a little more Medusa-like. I guess. I don't know. I'm sure they're basing it on something. Hythonia the Cruel. 4 and 2 black for a 4/6 death touch. Okay, it's already pretty good. Oh, realize it's mythic, so it shouldn't be mythic splashy. 6 and 2 black for Monstrosity 3, which would turn it into a 7/9. So have a big fat butt. When it monstrosities, when Hythonia the Cruel becomes monstrous, destroy all non-Gorgon creatures. Aha, interesting. Okay, so this would be the card, I guess, to make Gorgon tribal possible in EDH Commander. Not that Gorgons were ever so powerful, but it would be really interesting if this set, or rather this block, will have enough cool/good Gorgons to make that possible. Realize Hythonia is a legendary herself, so she can be your commander, and that makes for some interesting plays because monstrosity can only be done once. But if she dies and goes to the command zone and then is brought back again, she can go monstrous again. So realize she's a repeatable wrath that doesn't kill herself. And when she does kill everything else, then she becomes 7/9, which is Death Touch, which is a pretty solid body. So in terms of EDH Commander, I think she's pretty solid. Very, very good. Mono Black's going to love her. A lot of decks are going to love her just because she's a repeatable Wrath on a solid body. And that I think is a big deal because Wraths in EDH are huge, 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 especially one that's on a creature that can be activated at any time. That's really great too. You don't have to worry about counterspelling in terms of you play the Wrath and then they counterspell it. Obviously, they can prevent the monstrosity effect, but overall, having that as a flip switch is pretty big deal. So she'll definitely see some EDH play. In terms of standard, I think she's a little bit on the expensive cost, so I don't think she'll see a lot of play there. It's nice. She could. Again, it depends on quite how powerful black becomes, and I think black as a color is becoming better. Thank you, Thoughtseize. So black may have a solid chance at mono black or black X control. She could definitely mid-range. She's definitely a solid creature, and being able to clear the board could potentially be a winning step for her. Lastly, Unlimited, I think she's just ridiculous, obviously. You all know why. She just is a huge bomb that does great stuff if you play it late game, or even just goes into late game. Very powerful mythic, awesome. Then we have Hero's Downfall, which is a hello there. 1 and 2 black instant destroy creature or planeswalker. Instant speed. What? Wizards? Seriously? Seriously? You just made things like Dreadbore and Murder, and now you just made them relatively obsolete? I mean, exactly not obsolete. Dreadbore only costs 1 of each. This is 2 black. But instant speed removal that deals with a planeswalker, that is ridiculous. Which is why, excuse me, frustratingly, it's at a rare status, which is a bit frustrating because that means it's going to be much harder to get, like Dreadbore, and it's probably going to be a solid value. That's definitely going to be main decking in some constructed builds for sure. It's just too powerful a card, and since it's rare, it's probably going to be more expensive to lay hands on. Then again, it's a fun rare because a lot of regular players will open them in packs, and they'll hopefully be worth something. Either for playability or not. So I wish it was an uncommon, but it's so powerful, it basically has to be a rare. So now, for anyone who can lay hands on these, Murder is obsolete, which is sad because Hero's Downfall is a heck of a lot less cool than Murder. Then we have Boon Satyr, which is another I never know how to pronounce it. It's Satyr. I don't know how to pronounce that. So please tell me again if you haven't already. Just tell me again how to pronounce that, please. 3 for a 4/2 flash. Bestow 5. Enchanted creature gets 4+2. You're okay. You're not going to be bestowing it. It's just not worth the bestowed cost, most likely. Maybe in limited. But 3 for a 4/2 flash is really not bad at all. The only problem is we have better cards than it. such as Witchstalker, and we had Wolfer Avenger. So it's a rare. It just is a rare. It's fine, but it's not as good as Witchstalker, I think. So yeah. Then we have Metamai the Ageless confirmed. So the art that you saw is the confirmed art on the card. The art was on the Planeswalker's Guide. So the only difference, this is exactly what we expected, except that it's a 4/4, not a 4/3, which I think, or 3/4, which I think people were speculating it was. It's a 4/4 for 6. Awesome. Then we have Spear of Heliod, 1 and 2 white for a legendary enchantment artifact like the others. Creatures you control get 1/1. Alright, so that alone in of itself is a solid anthem, thank you. 1 and 2 white tap, destroy target creature that dealt damage to you this turn. So that I think is really, really cool for decks running token builds and such, just because it's an anthem, but it also gives you that ability, which, you know, there's a lot of creatures both in this set and other sets that are not indestructible, and so being able to destroy them is pretty cool. What I also like is that it's destroy target creatures, so the gods, when they become creatures, can't be destroyed by the Spear of Heliod, which is kind of ironic because Heliod's supposed to be the all-powerful god, and the other ones you should be able to destroy, but you can't. But then again, you could kill Heliod himself with his own spear, so it would be like Harakiri or whatever, killing himself on his own spear if he could do that, but he can't. So overall, it's a very, very solid legendary enchantment artifact. Probably one of the more favorites for me, just because I think it'll be a lot of fun in token, and EDH, especially EDH token builds, will like it. Night Howler, I'm just showing you because I haven't seen this art yet. This is the regular printing art. I've only shown the promo art, so I thought you guys should see. I actually like this art a lot better than the promo one. It with the god effect for Night Howler, I really, really like that, and it's a really cool card. Then we have Polacrinos art. This is the, again, regular printing art. The one you get from the Heroes vs. Monsters is a different art. This one seems a lot more epic versus the other one where it's kind of just standing there. But you'd have to get this foil. The Heroes vs. Monsters one is already foil. Just thought it'd be cool for you guys to see. And this one, Kragma Warcaller, I'm not sure I spoiled him or not, but I think he's a little bit old. I'm just going to throw it in just because I haven't talked about him yet. He's 5 for a 2/3, Minotaur Warrior. It gives other Minotaurs you control haste. Actually, I realize he's including himself, because it's not others, it's just him. So he's 5 for a 2/3 haste, and he gives other Minotaurs haste. Whenever a Minotaur you control attacks, it gets 2/0. So he's a solid uncommon. Obviously, if you're running some sort of Minotaur play in Limited, then you would probably go for him as a way, you land him down turn 5. If you're already playing other Minotaurs, it gives them a 2/0 effect, and it gives any future ones you play haste. So that's probably going to work. Minotaurs don't seem powerful enough to have their constructed build, so I don't think that's going to be happening. But for Limited, he's a reasonable card. Pretty decent. So those are all our spoilers. Thank you so much for watching. Leave your comments below, your own thoughts about these cards in the comments section of the video. As well, check out my channel sponsors in the description of the video. And as always, Roxabox and 90 signing out. I'll see you guys next time.